Morning, YouTube. Here's something I was thinking about. I get on Instagram, I get on all these different apps, and you see all these people like Busta Rhymes and even LeBron James and all these people that are they're supposed to be the badass, right? What do you see them doing? They're wearing these dresses. Pictures of them being at the P. Diddy party wearing dresses. So you're going to allow somebody like P. Diddy to put you in a dress and you're supposed to be a badass. I truly like Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes was cool back in the day. I'm pretty disappointed in Busta Rhymes. I'm disappointed in anybody that does this ritual, this humiliation ritual, is what it is. I'm pretty disappointed in them. Anybody that's tied into P. Diddy and done all this P. Diddy gay crap, homosexual crap, or participated in this ungodly junk that he participated in. If you participate in Hollywood's ungodly stuff just because you want to be rich and famous, I'm disappointed in you. If your name comes up on, well, count me out. I'm not going to support you anymore. Yeah, there's a lot of them. A lot of them where the information's coming out. And there's so many of them I can't even remember. Tom Hanks, man. Look at Tom Hanks. Good actor. Horrible person, though. Bob Saget. He was funny. He was a good actor. Horrible person. Disgusting person. There's a lot of them. Look what they did to Roseanne Barr. They tried to fire her and cancel her. But she's coming back strong. Yeah. They took her show, and they made it the Conners. Yeah. These producers, these CIA operatives, and these billionaire people that had their claws into Hollywood and the music industry, and all they wanted was their perverted crap to go on. So they'll throw a little bit of money at you, throw the fancy cars, fancy cars at you, all the fancy crap that ends up in the dumpster. They'll throw all that at you. The basketball players, the football players. They'll throw all that fancy stuff at you. Even influencers on the internet now. You got the Island Boys and all them. What is it worth for a man to gain the whole world but yet lose his soul? That verse was pounded in by my mother. Thank God it was, because I realize now I can be poor and be just as happy as a millionaire. May not have the things I want, and I do whine and complain a little bit. My wife tells me to stop it. Which I have to correct myself sometimes and think, no. What does it gain the man to gain the whole world but yet lose his soul? For eternity. Eternity. Think of that word. Yeah. You can have everything, the best of everything. You have perfect teeth. You could be the prettiest person in the world, do all this, and be considered the world's prettiest person or whatever. And you got everything given to you. Here you go. It's laid out on a plate for you. A silver plate, gold plate, whatever plate you want to have it on. A diamond plate if you want. You have the diamond teeth. What did it gain a man to gain the whole world? Have all that handed to you. I mean, everything, the whole world handed to you. But when you leave this earth, you can't take it with you. You're going to be in eternity. No ends. No ends. Sitting there thinking about what you could have done. Wow. You see all these law enforcement officers that are following orders. I tell you what, we just follow orders. And then they'll go around making up laws. Because they don't know laws. Right. You see all these people being exposed, from Biden on down. Now, since Trump took office, you're seeing all this corruption being exposed. It's being dropped on the internet. I mean, so many different places being dropped. These people had the world in their hand. But what did it gain them? Nothing. Not a thing. You see all these people that are going around committing these crimes against humanity and doing all these things. And you see people like Putin and Trump. And I respect Putin for the most part. Because Putin says exactly what he says. That's what it's like Trump. The same thing. Trump says it. And people don't like that when you say the truth. And that's why for so many years, since what, the 40s or 50s, we heard Russia, 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 Russia. We've heard Russia so much that we started to believe it. Because if you say a lie so much, eventually it becomes truth. Now, do I agree Stalin and all them? Yes, they were bad. Putin, back in the day when he was trying to figure things out, but he wants the best for his people. More and more I listen to him, he wants the best for his Russian people. What leader, good leader, wouldn't want the best for the people? Trump wants the best for the American people, but yet people still say that Trump's a racist and all this other stuff, and he's going to take our freedom, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. When in actuality, it's just the opposite. He's given back our freedom. He's given back our power to the people. Because he's actually making it so we can hold our government accountable. But yet those people that are so brainwashed, and they're so tied into this fake news narrative, and this rap music and country music and all this other stuff that's turned against the freedom of the people because they're controlled by the CIA or these different agencies or organizations or billionaires that are influencing their evil and their greed into the system. George Soros is one of them. But there's a list of them. We're starting to see the tide turn. We're starting to see people wake up and realize that the democratic liberals that were controlled and owned by China and everybody else and by these billionaires, we're starting to wake up and go, what the conspiracy theorists and Alex Jones and everybody else like that has said actually was true. They're putting out so much garbage out there that people are believing it. Lizard people. Lizards. No. Flat Earth? Yeah, no. No, they're putting so much garbage out there. See, that's the thing. Obama said it. He said, you put enough garbage out there, nobody's going to know what to believe. And they're doing just that. They're putting out the propaganda. They're using the shows like The View. And The View sits there and tries to say that they're honest and whatever. How many times have they been sued? They should have been shut down a long time ago. I mean, God forbid, if you're getting sued all the time, why would I keep you as a show if I own the network? I don't see why the network still... Wait, no, y'all women are costing me too damn much. You gotta go away. I don't care where you go. Go retirement, go do whatever. I don't care, go away. Nobody cares about what The View actually says anymore. They just make fun of them. They're just a big joke anymore. There's different shows like that. All these TV shows and these movies that are coming out, and they're showing this satanic garbage in the shows, or the perverted pedophilia garbage in the shows, and the symbolizations that are in the background, and all this stuff. You look in the background and you see all these symbols and all this stuff. They're still trying to push their garbage. See, that's where I think it should be shut down. Disney is bad about those symbols being hidden in the background. They've been doing that since the 80s. Flight of the Navigator. Go watch that movie and look real close. You'll see those symbols all over the place. So you sit there and watch all these people that have their Hollywood child stars, and you see them now, and they're in this demonic stuff, and you see them shriveling up. They're like so shriveled up and so anorexic looking, and their bodies are being destroyed by the adrenochrome and everything else that they're doing. What does it gain them somebody to gain the whole world, but yet lose his soul and his body shrivel up to be like a dried prune in the middle of the Sahara Desert? That evil will eat you alive, physically, mentally, emotionally. It will just destroy your whole body, your whole existence. And we're seeing that. Ariana Grande, look at her. Back in the day, she was a beautiful young lady. Beautiful. Now you look at her, she looks like a shriveled up little prune. She's getting anorexic looking, and she's getting all this. You look at all these people that were trying to stay young looking, but yet they're 60 years old and all that. All of a sudden, the age is starting to hit them because the supply of that adrenalized blood is starting to dry up. And their faces are starting to shrivel up. Their age is starting to come on. I'd rather age gracefully than sit there and try to fight aging and fight God and turn my back against God, than try to sit there and try to be this blood-sucking vampire that's going to end up in eternity in the barbecue pit. It's what it's going to be. You want to know what hell's like? Put your hand over a barbecue sometime. Open fire. That's not even a glimpse of what hell's going to really be like. They have those incinerator plants all over the place that creates electricity with the heat and everything else. And it burns your garbage. Look in there sometimes. Go look up those videos and look inside what happens inside. The garbage is burning. Well, the left will go to the left, and the right will go to the right. And I mean the right. The wrong will go to the left, and the right will go to the left, or to the right. The ones that believe in Jesus Christ will go to the right. The ones that have followed the devil in the world and not accepted Jesus Christ will go to the left. Why do you think they call themselves left wing? Or why did they say the devil sits on the left hand of God? Jesus sits on the right hand of God. Doesn't that say which side that God favors? The right hand. So you can do all the stuff in the dark, and think that you're going to get away with it. Eventually, what's done in the dark will come to the light, and when it does, the world will turn their back against you. And we're starting to see the world turn their back against you. We hear people crying, oh, because, white people are so racist, and white people are this and that, and white people, white people, white people. Remember, what's done in the dark will come to the light. In actuality, we got a lot of people looking at the black communities going, why is it that you guys have the highest incarceration rate and you're crying racism, crying victimhood? You guys are looting and stealing and killing, carjacking. Amazing. See, when you point your fingers at somebody, remember, boys was taught this as a kid. How many are pointing back at you? It's funny. Majority of the time, I really care less to even talk about race or your political crap when I'm out and about, because I really don't care when I'm not talking about it on here. But we are being pushed in our face, this perversion and this satanic stuff and this racism and this all this stuff is being shoved down our throat on a daily basis. Oh, you don't hear about the white people that get shot, killed, or abused or on the news. No, you don't. No, just the black people. God forbid a black person gets stopped by a cop and gets abused, because it's going to be all over the news. A white person, you ain't going to hear a dang word about it. And these black people are striving so hard to be that rich, thuggish mentality. They want to sell their soul right now to get rich. They want to join the Muslims, but they can't even explain what a Muslim is. They want to join Islam, but they can't even explain what Islam is. I've asked many kids that said, I'm Muslim. What is being a Muslim? What is a Muslim? What did Muhammad do? Tell me what the miracles of Muhammad is. Tell me what you believe about Muhammad. Was Muhammad Jesus Christ? No, he wasn't. Did Muhammad do the miracles of Jesus Christ? There's only one miracle that he claims that he did. Muhammad claims he did, and that's the healing. But all the rest of them are kind of ridiculous if you actually look into it. And these people believe it so much, these Muslims and these Islam, they believe it so much that they put him up as a pedestal, as a god, when in actuality he was nothing but a pedophile with syphilis. I may get struck down for this one, because I'm talking against that protected class of people. Actually, several protected classes of people. We got the LGBTQ movement that is shoving this stuff down our children's throats, putting it in the schools and putting it, yes, this is where the parents need to stand up. You need to watch the cartoons and the videos that they're watching on TikTok and wherever else. Watch what they're talking about, because a lot of these influencers are talking about adult stuff but directing it towards our children. That's ridiculous. It shouldn't be allowed. If influencers are caught talking about that and they're trying to direct it towards their children, they need to be held accountable and responsible for destroying the minds of the children. We hold pedophiles accountable. Why not hold them accountable for influencing our children? Why not hold them accountable? See, accountability goes for everybody. For you, me. If I do something wrong, I want you to call me on it. I say something wrong, call me on it. Correct me. And if I educate myself to that, I will correct it. See, doing Bible studies every morning, kind of reading my devotional, then reading a chapter, and then at night reading a chapter, God is revealing a lot to me. He's saying there is a lot of things that could be worse. Well, there's only one thing that could be really worse, is to lose your soul. Lose your soul for eternity. That's the ultimate loss that you could experience. Because they say in hell, when you go there, there's not going to be one non-believer of God or Jesus Christ. Everybody in hell is going to believe, because they're going to look, and they're going to be looking up saying, hey, why have you forsaken me? And God's going to say, I didn't forsake you. You turned your back on me. Jesus is going to say the same thing. I didn't forsake you. Everything I've talked about on my YouTube videos and all this other stuff, it's all based on truth that I learned. We need to hold the government accountable. You need to educate yourself. Knowledge is power, because we got to have the power to take back our country. May God bless you today. May God bless 2025 and make 2025 great. May God bless the people of America that follow God, that follow Jesus, and they support people like Trump, and they expose the ones that are doing evil, and they call out those ones that are living in evil, and they expose them. Even though those people are put into positions of power, we need to hold them accountable. We need to call them out. We need to say, hey, no, that's not right. We need to educate the people to what they're doing. And then once you educate the people to what they're doing, we can expose them, and we can actually give the power back to the people and tell them, either straighten up or we're going to hold you accountable. You got a choice. Today, who do you serve? You can't serve two masters, because you're going to love the one or hate the other, or vice versa. Anyways, God bless. Y'all have a good day. 2025.